Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to World of Horror. And I do apologize, the video is a little bit late, but to be honest with you, and no, before you say anything, it is not inverse ghosting. I got a negative result recently, so it's not inverse ghosting, I can guarantee you that. But I feel like I'm coming down with something. I feel like I'm getting maybe like a cold or something. And we're gonna play Ico. I feel like I'm getting a cold. No. We're gonna play Ico, and we're gonna do a little medical history, and we could do Kathak Otarasu, but I think I'd rather do a Thutu, just to kind of kick back and relax. So, yeah, I think I'm coming down with something. So probably, like, there was no stream yesterday because I was originally going to be busy, and I wasn't busy, so I just decided to, like, take the day off and do a little painting and a little FFXIV as a treat. And I'm gonna do more painting today. But to be honest with you, it's like I'm not really feeling up to it now. Like, I woke up today and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to do the video last night. But, you know, we got second enemy, and then we've got we've got 3 stat checks, we're missing strength, and then we've got Takashi. So, second enemy and every check that's not strength, it's doable for sure. And we did get an empty bottle, so that's... I was gonna say, like, if we get library notes, that complicates things a little bit, because then we have to roll for it, and then we have to, like, our threshold of going for it, like, for rolling multiple spells. But with the bottle of water, you know, it's pretty simple. You just drink it or sell it, depending on what will be more helpful. And I think if we go for the monkey wrench, we'll probably sell it, because it's a good advantage that we can get. So we have 2.5 is what I'm gonna say Roads Closed Mysteries. We'll do Household Hell first. I'm not afraid. And I'm thinking that we don't have the light source. It was Takashi and second enemy. So if we did have the light source and the knowledge check, I feel like we would do the heavy bonk. But you know what, actually we will do the heavy bonk, and the reason being for that is that we do have the knowledge check, so we have to, well, that's just rude, honestly. We'll do the heavy bonk because we have to get to 8 knowledge anyways, and so we might as well, right? Like, we don't have to touch strength at all. Once we get fast swimmer, the brace for impact will be perfectly fine. And actually, now we can get the, we can wake up Oteru if we wanted to. Probably won't, but we can get that 15 EXP, no problem. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just hanging out. I'm gonna have a lazy Sunday, which, I mean, this is Sunday, right? It do be Sunday indeed. But I had a lazy Saturday. Painted, well, I zenithalled several guys, like 15 dudes, and then what I did was I grabbed a few pieces of terrain and then I primed them with Vallejo Mecha White. And originally I was gonna prime them black, but I forgot how much you get out of airbrushing, and so I was just thinking, like, I'm gonna prime 15 dudes. I probably need, like, I don't know, like 60% of the airbrush cup full, and this is a gravity fed one, so it's a small cup, and so I'm like, probably need about 60% of this thing full with primer. And so I filled it up to about, like, maybe, like, it's not an exact science, but, like, maybe 60%, 65% full with primer. I added some flow improver and some airbrush thinner. And Stalker's Mask's pretty fun. We haven't fought anybody yet, by the way. That's just, I'm jinxing it totally, but we haven't fought anybody. Now, I think this might be like a certified run away moment, because, I mean, we can guarantee he's dead in 2 turns, actually, so no, that's fine. We'll just throw the empty bottle. And we'll get 15... It's 15 EXP. It's 11 EXP for a hard enemy? What? That's unreal. So yeah, I put, like, you know, I put the primer in there, flow improver, all that. Plus 30. I forgot that was minus reason. I was kind of hoping to fail it. But we will lift the heaviest box. Thank you, Father Yasugi. But yeah, so I put about like 60% of the gravity-fed cup in the airbrush full of white primer. And I primed all of the dudes. All 15 dudes, which admittedly it's a Zenithal, so you don't prime the whole model, just the surfaces to make them look like shiny, right? Do we want to wake up Oteru? Nah, just get me out of here, that's fine. We still got the 15 EXP for that, I'm like 90% sure. I mean, Hot Bath is pretty good, right? Like, I'm not gonna say, like, even though we got, well, actually, we don't know what we got yet, but even if we get Fetid Fumes, Hot Bath is still really good. I think I'll probably take Hot Bath Knowledge. It's kind of a shame that we didn't get either Leadership or Folklore Studies. We did get Fetid Fumes, but that's perfectly fine. Like, Hot Bath just gives you a +1/+1 to resting, so you're basically getting... It's basically like Fetid Fumes doesn't exist, which, to me, that's like a perfectly reasonable thing. So, we could have made Oteru the second enemy, by the way, but nah. It'll be whoever's next in Bulletin. We will get Frostbite taken care of, like, ASAP, because I do like Bracing for Impact. I think it's a very good skill. We do have a Bandage, but no, I'm not gonna... Like, we could potentially bandage a major... Like, Bandage says you can heal 1 minor injury. But here's the thing that's not entirely true. There are certain major injuries that you can heal with a bandage. And I think I would rather... Like, we need an excuse to go pick up the... Okay, so it's Ribcage Woman. She's the enemy of the second variety. So please remember that face. This will be on the quiz later. And then, you know, it's just stat checks and Takashi, so we only have to worry about... Like, literally, we only have to worry about Ribcage Woman. Now, you don't have to remember this face. This is just ruining my speed run. But yeah, so I finished Zenithal highlighting, or Zenithal priming, or whatever you want to call it. 5 Chaos Chosen, and 10 Grey Knight Strike Marines. And if you don't know what Zenithal priming is, or Zenithal highlighting, it's a technique, and admittedly, I think I'm too much of a beginner to really understand how to use it. But essentially, the idea is you prime the entire model black, and then you kind of, like, you prime the entire model black, and then you take essentially like a white primer or a gray primer. And you basically prime from above, and like the raises, like the raised surfaces on the model. So it provides like a shading and or coloring guide on how to paint the miniature. And it looks really nice. Like, it creates a really cool gradient. And I do like that. We need the forest note, just so you know. We need to keep that. Yeah, enter the portal, Elephas. That's cool. Absolutely. We have a painkiller, so I mean, we're just gonna go. Like, this is Bulletin. We don't have to... Yeah, 1 bite won't hurt. No worries. And we do have 6 strength because of, badly bruised.
Oh, hello.
Can I come in?
Okay. We're back. So it turns out the moment I started talking about my anecdote for priming some Grey Knights, I was thinking to myself, okay? I was thinking to myself, so yeah, I primed 15 dudes. Wait a minute. 15 dudes, 10 sword strike units, or 10 sword strike marines, and then 5 chaos chosen. So then why do I feel like it's actually 25? And let me just get rid of that there so you can see what perks we got. Why do I feel like that there is indeed 10 more dudes that I'm not considering? And then I remembered that I had actually primed 10 halberd dudes as well. And I never brought them inside, because I used a rattle can on them. And you need to do a rattle can outdoors, and you need to let them sit out there for like 30 minutes. And so I deadass just forgot this squad was just there, like, the whole time. And I feel so bad. So anyways, what did we get? Arcane Storm, Fetid Fumes. Second enemy was Ribcage Woman. Stat checks were blah blah blah. Not including strength, of course. I'm surprised I remembered that off the top of my head. But yeah, no, so I just ran outside. I just saw them there. Like, just sitting, just vibing, just hanging out. They had a spider web on them. They were there all night. I feel so bad. They're the lost squad. The Forgotten Boys. I feel like I've got to do something to commemorate them now for surviving in the real world for a night. Like, when I remembered that, I'm like, no, certainly not. Certainly they've been, like, stolen by now. But no, they were just sitting there. So, yeah, that's cool. You know, like, the last time I left... So, when you're at the airport, right, it constantly, like, they play over the loudspeakers pretty constantly that any unattended, like, luggage or personal belongings will be taken and destroyed. And so I was just thinking to myself, how do we see an upcoming museum exhibition in the middle of the woods? Hello? I was just thinking, like, the last time I left my cube of Warhammer unattended, it was threatened to be immediately destroyed. And of course, that's a comedic over-exaggeration. And what really happened was, I went to go put something in the recycling bin, but the recycling bin was literally like a 10-second walk from where I was to where I was sitting, or to get to the recycling bin. It was like 10 seconds, and I was like, I don't really want to grab, like, all of my carry-on stuff. Like, I'll just I'll just sit it here, and then I'll just walk up real quick, and then walk back immediately, right? Because it was just, like, throw one thing in the recycling bin, so it's not a big deal. And the moment I got up, it started playing over the loudspeaker, unattended belongings will be destroyed. And then I was just like, gotta go fast, gotta walk faster, cut that 10-second walk down to a 5-second walk, brother, we're on a time limit. It was just comedic timing. Comedic timing extends to not only the video games, but also real life, and I kinda hate that. Like, I wish I could toggle it. Like, I wish it was a toggleable aura, so I could have comedic timing toggled on for the videos and then off for real life. But, anyways, so I primed 25 dudes as the asterisk there. And that's pretty nice. So we take... Let's see, we can do 12 damage, so we take 6% Doom for one of the best items in the game. Because we would brace, and then we would take 3, and then we would brace, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, why not? That's fine. So this'll do, I mean, yeah, like, don't worry about it. We'll just go up to 63%, that's fine. Now, exposed ribs is kind of a bummer, and by that I mean not at all, because it's like minus 10% max stamina, so I don't really care about that. So I'm just gonna be honest with you, we have not seen leadership or folklore studies like the entire game, and I want to know the likelihood of that action, because we're gonna level up one more time, surely, so we should have an opportunity to get folklore studies, or leadership, one of the two. But I'm doing what's called a pro gamer move, and I'm leveling up charisma, which might end up with us taking multiple sources of damage to the lighthouse. I just can't believe, right? Like, I just can't believe that we would go so far and it wouldn't even matter in the end. Like, that's completely unacceptable. So we have exposed ribs. That's, who cares? I don't really care, to be honest with you. So we'll just go. Like, we just go. The side quest here is not worth it. So we will just, and this is true, do nothing. Maybe we should have taken the 3% Doom, because I think Doom is flat, while, like, Stamina and Reason isn't. So we would have taken 3% Doom versus minus 2 Stamina. So if we miss one of these, we're in for a world of hurt. Not horror, hurt. So would we just rather guaranteed take 2? Or would we rather, like, throw something at her and then hope to kill her? Because we'd have to throw and then make 2 90% chances. So I guess that's fine. Now hold on here. Maybe we can do something else. So that's 10. And then that's 17. So we could just throw the bandage as well. And then we get there. Turn 1 KO. But what did it cost? Almost everything. It didn't cost everything, but it got pretty close. And then we have Mermaid Man and Akamanto. So maybe, now we'll take a detour, that's fine. Maybe it was wrong to do it like that, because now we have less resources for later. But I think just the threat of minus 4 to all is just too great. We will, no, this is a doomed area. Get me out of here, dude. We'll walk. Also, I need to get the monument on the next mystery, because we're definitely going to need that. I think we're going to need it precisely one time. So, what we can actually just do here is... Do I even have to think? No, I absolutely don't have to think. We can overkill him, so that's cool. What do we want to do here? I think we're fine going in, but I don't know if we get burned or not. If we get burned, I think we have to use the monument once to kind of like make up for it. If we didn't have Akamanto... Well, actually, how many curses? Hold on, how many curses do we have left? I'm pretty sure we have 2, right? You can nail 2 dolls down here? Okay. I think we can fight. Because I want the EXP. And the throwing weapon would be pretty cool too, I guess. Also, I just realized I could have misclicked there and then got plus 5% Doom, which would have been, like, really bad. So anyways, he's gonna do 2 damage because that's how Brace for Impact rounds down in your favor, which is, like, totally awesome. And we'll just do this and then kill him next turn, I think. Swollen Joint. Can't run. That's Brother, I was thinking about playing Kathago Tarasu anyways, so do you think that scares me? So we can do... So, I mean, that's going to be 14, and that's going to kill. So, he's dead. You love to see it. So, yeah, we took 1 damage in the grand scheme of things. So, I'm quite happy with that. We did finally get leadership. And so, I mean, I think we care more about the stamina, so I'm going to have to dab on you with knowledge. We care more about the stamina than we do the whatchamacallit, the charisma check, which is minus 3 reason. If we fail the stamina check, then that's minus 3 stamina. Or if we fail the knowledge check. We will take stamina here just because it's Akamanto, and you can never be too careful. But I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. We could get allies as well, by the way. Like, if we have enough Doom, we could go there and try to get plus 1 charisma. So, I mean, oh no. Anyways. But I'm actually pretty happy with Painkiller, 2 weapons to throw. This is a doomed location, so we're gonna eat, like, -2 reason, but that's fine. We don't actually have any spells to forget. Like, this is a very rare, like, spell-less game. But I think that's just because we use Ath-Yelazath so much, to be honest with you. We might have to do a little rest. We only got a couple more things to go. So that could definitely kill us. So I think we do have to do a little rest. Now, please do keep in mind that there exists -10% doom from Akamanto. Hot Bath does wonders, by the way. So, yeah, no, I think that we're more than capable of beating Akamanto with max stamina and 7 reason. Although you're not helping. You are definitely not helping. So, I actually need to think about this for a second. I think we gotta throw, because the most damage that we can do, I mean, that's just flat 20. That's 23. Sorry, 22. So, yeah, we need to throw stuff. Like, that's fine. You really do hate the Time Warper, because then you also have to work within the 5 action restriction. Oh no, paper. Whatever will I do with a sheet of paper? Okay, so 8. So we have a 95% chance to hit. So I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do this. So, I mean, this is one of the things that's kind of busted about Aether 2, is that it pushes a lot of enemies from 4 to 5, and gives you +1 damage, which 4 to 5, like 5 is a huge amount of damage. Like, he's doing 10 damage to us per turn. But the thing is, when you brace for impact, it halves damage rounding down in your favor. So, whether or not he's doing 4 damage or 5 damage, as long as we brace every turn, it literally has no difference on us, and we hit harder. So, it's like, yeah, he doesn't stand a chance. You know, I actually think that that would be interesting, just random thought, if there was like a backstory or some sort of modifier that was like every damage that you deal over the enemy's health, like we just overkilled Akamanto by, I believe, 2, right? Like, every overkill damage gets converted into Doom, I think would be hilarious. So we would have taken 2% Doom there. I genuinely think that would be an interesting modifier to have on runs. But maybe it should be like a curse or something. Like, I don't know if it should be a backstory. Or I think you should be able to take all the backstories, or as many backstories as you want. So let's see, Takashi, knowledge, dexterity, we level up, we get 1 point in charisma. We ace that test, and then Ribcage Woman. So we're completely fine. Like, we don't even need to wear the Crestfallen mask. Like, when I was scared, like, you might have thought earlier when I was scared about Doom, why were you scared about Doom, Web? It's because you can just randomly get, like, 3 vital clues in a row, and then that's, like, a plus 12% Doom you didn't factor in. And that has happened to us before, so I'm just, like, constantly paranoid about it. So listen, this should be just absolutely, I don't even have to think. Like, that should just kill. And so we'll get this, and then we'll get the other thing, and then we'll be able to level up. Don't go through here yet, we need to get... Oh, now you show up. We'll go ahead and get that. And now we'll ace the charisma test. It wouldn't even matter anyways, but it's still nice to ace the lighthouse, and then it was Ribcage Woman. And look at that, we aced the lighthouse, and congratulations. We've dabbed on Ithutu. You know, another thing that I just thought of is another modifier where you have to complete the lighthouse. Like, if you fail a single lighthouse check, you lose, right? Like, that would not be fun for, like, 90% of runs, but it would be like an ill-fated thing, where if you don't succeed like, it's not something that you do every run, but it would still be fun to do, like, occasionally. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name's been Webweaver. I believe the real video time is around 25 minutes, but I could be wrong. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.